It's Radio 1290. Thanks for listening on 1290 AM, on our app, streaming on our website, whether you're listening or watching us at wildcatsradio1290.com, and, of course, having Alexa say, play Wildcats Radio 1290. I'm excited for today's program. I don't know why, but I am. Normally, and I try to be as transparent with you as I possibly can be. Sometimes I'm probably too transparent. Because I've told you, there are times where I'm like, man, we are going to have the best show. I've got the best topics. I've been working at this all day. I got great guests for you. And then there's days where I'm going to walk in and go, yeah, how about the weather today in Tucson? Which is absolutely gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous today. But there's days where I do a better job preparing for the show than others. Now, today is going to be a work in progress. I'll just be honest with you. I've been really busy all day working with Dragon Ball, getting ready for the big pregame show tomorrow that starts at 10 a.m. before the Cats take on Washington, which I am now declaring a winnable game for the Arizona Wildcats. I wouldn't have said that a week ago. I'm declaring it right now. In fact, do I have my sound effects working right now? Yes? All right. I need to really go out on the limb on this. You ready? Attention, Tucson. I, your sports talk show host, Rich Herrera, on Wildcats Radio 1290 have declared the game against the University of Washington a winnable game.
I am a golden god!
If I declare it, that means it is. This is a winnable game for the Cats. I know they're huge dogs in this game, but I declare this a winnable game, and I'll tell you why coming up here on the program. Now, I'm going to hustle. I'm going to work as hard as I possibly can to make this a really interesting program for you. No guarantees, but I'm going to work my tail off to make this interesting for you. Now, I do have some friends coming along that are going to help bail me out of the program today. One of those, he's never been on the show before. I don't think he's ever been on the program before. Dave Softy Mahler has been a sports talk icon in Seattle for years and years and years. He's been doing this as long as I have, but he stayed at one station, so he must be better than me because I keep bouncing around all over the place. But Softy is going to come up bottom of the hour. By the way, he also does the UW pre- and post-game shows, so we're going to talk to him on the show today. It's Friday, right? So who do we talk to on Friday? By the way, hello, J.W. Madden.
What's up? How you doing, Rich?
What's up? I'm good. I was busy today. I was running around. Can I tell you why I'm a little off today?
Please do.
So, listen, I told everybody I'm transparent with you, right? There's days where I'm having a pretty lousy day, and I think you could tell. I'm a human being. There's days where I've got good days, and there's days where I've got bad days. There's days where I'm completely overwhelmed, and then there's days where I'm just cruising and everything's great and the show just kicks butt. So there's always different things in my life that'll affect our performance. I try to leave it all at the door when I walk in, but I'm only human. Today is one of those days where I'm just off a little bit.
I think the way to look at it, Rich, is that basketball's coming up. We had beach volleyball guest this week. There are so many sports this time of year. There's so much going on. And because you try to go out to every practice, I feel like your brain right now is split between all these different possibilities. And therefore, it's okay on a Friday. You've done so much this week, I think, to prepare for the Washington game. So if you don't necessarily know exactly what you're going to talk about, maybe the callers can help us out with that.
You know what? That would be great.
You let me down, son.
Yeah, there's a chance I'm going to let everybody down today. But it's not for the reason you think.
Well, if they don't have super high expectations to begin with, then they won't be super let down. I think that's the best way to look at it.
Call that bold talk.
Can I tell everybody why? I haven't told you
Before
why.
Before that, we have to answer your question. The answer to your question is Glenn Howell.
Glenn Howell's coming up. See, Fridays. Look, I'm just over here running my mouth.
Rich out there just talking all day long.
All day long. That's all I do. Now, I'll be candid with everybody. I'm lost today. Want to know why?
I think we do.
because I didn't realize how incredibly incompetent I am at life.
Okay. That sounds like a midlife crisis type of moment, Rich. What's going on?
No, just a temporary crisis. So I don't know if we've ever talked about this on the radio before. I'm basically a child. I basically have
We're
no
talking 4 or 6 or...
I don't even know. I have no life skills. I've got none. I'm just, folks, listen, I'm just being honest with you. I have no life skills. I can't take care of myself. I've never balanced my checkbook in my life. I don't even know how much, I barely know where I put my money in the bank. I don't cook. I don't clean. I don't do laundry. I don't do anything. I basically live the life of a child.
Could you change a light bulb if you had to?
I know how to do that, and I've got the pole, which is kind of fun to change the light bulb in the vaulted ceilings.
Do you need people to tie your shoes for you?
I wear Velcro.
Oh, okay.
No. I know how to tie a shoe. But other than that, I probably would be the equivalent of a second grader.
That's a good age, second grader.
It's a second grader. I think I'm a little bit more like I could survive I could probably survive for an afternoon on my own. But my wife left town for a couple days, right? So my wonderful, beautiful wife is at her niece's wedding, which I'm not going to.
That she got a wonderful dress for.
Yes, I took her dress shopping for a month straight, so she got this beautiful dress. She's going to look stunning at the wedding. But I didn't have to go to the wedding. I didn't get to go to the wedding because I got to work this weekend because we've got UW. If it was next week with the bye, I totally would have gone to the wedding. But we don't have a backup to do the pregame show.
Right.
Or the postgame show. So I owe it to the Arizona Wildcat fans is what I told my sister-in-law. I owe it to our fans, and I owe it to Tucson. And I owe it to this football program to be here for every game that I possibly could be here for. As much as it pains me not to go to a wedding where I don't know anybody on the other side of the country that's formal, I will stay here in Tucson and make that sacrifice.
So I think the question everybody wants to know is it all fast food, or is there cans of soup opened and emptied in your house the last 2 days, or how's that situation going?
Candidly, I don't even know how to make soup. Like I was sitting around last night. I went home. I'm sitting there on my big recliner, both dogs sitting on top of me, watching YouTube, and I'm like, oh man, I'm hungry. What time is it? It's 8:30. I forgot to eat. I literally forgot to eat dinner.
That is second grade mentality, actually. So if your wife's out of town for 2 days and you forgot to eat, generally that's something that a mother or father will help their second grader with.
I'm realizing that I have the capability of a second grader. So I'm like, oh. So I wonder if we have anything to eat in the refrigerator. I walked in, there's nothing. I'm like, I'd already eaten potato chips when I got home, which I shouldn't do because I'm diabetic. I had some crackers. I'm like, I'm still hungry. So it's like 9 o'clock. I'm like, what am I going to do? So literally, I texted her. I said, hey, there's nothing to eat in the house. She goes, well, how come you didn't eat earlier? I go, I don't know. I didn't think about it. She goes, well, go get something to eat. So I had to get up and drive to find something to eat at 9 o'clock because I wasn't prepared. Because I get home and she says, all right, it's time to eat. She does so much for me.
You're a lucky man.
I'm so lucky. Like I'm so incompetent in life. I don't even know how to feed the dogs properly. Like I gave the dogs way too much food last night. She said this dog gets 2 scoops of food. This one gets half a can. And then you take a little bit of the wet food, mix it in with the dry food for the one dog, and the other dog gets this. And if you want to sprinkle in a little cheddar cheese on top so they eat, okay, whatever. So I just opened up. I gave one dog like 4 scoops. I took this huge, gigantic can for the dog that weighs like 5 pounds, and I fed her that much. And both of them had upset stomachs.
So most dogs get really sad when their owners leave, but your dogs get really happy when your wife leaves because that means they get triple food for the weekend.
They didn't eat anything.
Oh, it's a hit or miss. It could be nothing, or it could be 5 times as much as they need. Got it.
So I let them out before I went to bed. Now, both dogs wake her up in the middle of the night to go out. They try to wake me up. Like, get away from me, dog. So I got up in the morning, and there was a mess. I'm like, ah. And I went to go mop up everything, and I don't even know where the mop is. So then I went to work today, and I was talking to her, and she goes, well, how are the dogs? I said, yeah. She goes, no, you fed them incorrectly. I'm like, ah. I said, why did you write these things down for me so I could figure it out? And she goes, would you have read it? I said, probably not. And she goes, that's why I didn't. So I said, okay. And she goes, did you put down the pee pad since you're going to be gone all day so the dogs know where to go? And I'm like, no. She goes, did you pick the ones? I picked the ones up from last night. She goes, you've got to put new ones down as soon as you take those out because that's where the little one goes. I'm like, oh, man. So I raced home during lunch, had to clean up, had to figure out how to use a mop, the Swiffer wet mop, put out the new pee pads for the dogs, and both dogs are just standing there looking at me with their head cocked sideways like, you just are a stupid human being. Tonight, I have no idea how I'm going to feed myself.
Rich, I mean, it seems like a simple solution because you have friends who own restaurants.
I'm probably going to do that. So it feels
like there should be a setup where when she leaves for a few days that you talk to your boys beforehand. You're like, hey, I'm going to be alone for 2 days. Can you maybe like hook me up with enough ribs for 4 days or something along those lines?
So that's her fault. She should have called Brother John, and she should have called local restaurants to arrange for me to be fed while she's gone.
So one question, is it her fault that you don't know how to feed yourself or take care of the dogs or any of those other things?
I don't know how to do laundry.
You got to be careful here. Is it her fault that you don't know those things, or?
I don't know. I think the listeners could tell me.
I think she might be listening, and I think if you give the wrong answer here, you could be in bigger trouble.
No, she knows I'm an idiot. She tells people all the time that I'm an idiot. So is anybody else the same? Am I just lucky that I have someone that takes care of me so much?
Now, Rich, I know friends who are male who have this philosophy of telling their significant others that they don't know how to do laundry, regardless of the truth.
I did laundry once.
People that they don't know how to do it because it's too far out of the realm of understanding, and I could never know how to do that because they don't like doing laundry. Not that they don't know how to do it.
I've done laundry once in my life since we've been married, and we're coming up on 25 years now. First time I did laundry, before we got married, we were living together, and I messed up I messed up one of her shirts, and she goes, fine, don't ever touch my laundry again. I said, well, she goes, fine, I'll do it. And it's been that way ever since.
Yeah, that's a strategy.
Yeah. No, I didn't do it on purpose, but she just, so Brett Boone, who I talked to, I think I talked to him like 4 times today.
Booney, right?
Booney. He does his own laundry. He does the laundry for the entire house. So he's like, Herrera, how can you not do laundry? I go, I don't know how. I don't even know. We have like these fancy washers and dryers. Like these things are.
It does it for you, basically.
Smarter than I am. I don't know how to use them. So like I was gonna do some laundry today. I go, I'll do laundry so she doesn't come back for dirty. I tried to start it. I couldn't figure out how to do it.
I have faith because, Rich, maybe 3 weeks ago you didn't know how to do this board stuff.
That's
true. And I spent 15 minutes showing you, and you know how to do everything now. So I mean, it's not like you're not capable, right?
No, but I do feel like I have the life skills of a second grader.
I just hope the dogs get fed tonight.
Yeah, no, I'll feed them because I love those little dogs. Because it was my dad's dog who passed away, my mom's dog who passed away. So I kind of, I baby and spoil them. But yeah, I hope I get fed tonight.
Well, no, that's what I said. I hope the dogs get fed tonight. If you get fed, it's whatever. But I'm just saying, I just hope the dogs get fed.
I have more confidence in them having something to eat tonight than me. So
how many restaurant owners do you know on the ride home?
We go to Brother John's a lot.
Right. There's at least 3 or 4.
We go to I'm probably at Trident 3 times a week. We go to Barnfire quite a bit. I go to Chili's quite a bit.
What is it? Trident 3's up there, right?
Yeah, Trident 3 on Ina Road. I go to that Outback quite a bit. I go to Whiskey Roads quite a bit. They already know me by name at Filiberto's. Nico's, I walk in and they go, we already know what you want. The girl at the McDonald's drive-thru around the corner, her name is Iris. I know that because I see her every day.
My only takeaway from this, Rich, is you know very well how to feed yourself. Sounds like you know really well how to feed yourself. Sounds like you know what you're doing.
Yeah, I guess I do. I guess I just have to remember to. Like when I walk into the Brazilian steakhouse, they all high-five each other.
You don't need to know how the canoper works. You don't need to know how the range works. As long as you have 15 places between here and home that you can stop at, you're all good.
See, now I feel a lot better about myself.
Come after me! I'm a man!
I feel a lot better about myself because now you told me I'm going to be able to survive this without her. By the way, she's at the rehearsal dinner right now. I'll say this because she's not listening. I am completely lost without her. I am incapable of living life as an adult.
Yes, I think that's what I heard. I mean, I think that you are, like I said, a very lucky man.
Somebody told me, hey, are you going to check the mail while she's gone? I'm like, I don't even know where the mailbox is. Is that pathetic?
Well, how long have you lived at that residence?
We're going on 3 years now.
Yeah, it's a little pathetic that you don't know where the mailbox is. Just a little.
Because Boone sent her a jersey. She goes, I want a Brett Boone jersey. And he goes, all right. She goes, no, I want you to sign it and send it. So he sent her a jersey, and it got here today, and I got to figure out how to go get it out of the mailbox. And then I have no idea what I'm going to eat for dinner tonight. I just know that later I'm going to be hungry.
This mortal form has grown weak. I need sustenance.
This is going to be a tough week for me. This is going to be a tough week for me. But I'm going to rally. I'm going to bear down for you and have a good radio program. So now if you know why I'm a little off today, it's because I've discovered in my life I have the life skills of a second grader.
Next birthday, I'll get you one of those Fisher-Price tie your shoes and honk the horn and like all that kind of. That's about second grade stuff, I think. Well, maybe there's a like how to open a can, how to use the microwave. Like there's got to be some kind of book out there for you.
There's got to be something out there for me. I figured I have the life skills of a second grader because like a second grader knows sometimes to bring their lunchbox home. Like I do that. She makes me lunch sometimes and I bring it to work. She goes, "Hey, did you bring your lunchbox home?" I go, "I forgot." She goes, "Honey, second graders forget to bring their lunchbox home."
Yeah, my girlfriend's a teacher, and I hear a lot of stories about water bottles and such. They have to have their own specific individual water bottles, and they never bring them home the correct way. It's always somebody else's bottle or left it at school or whatever.
You must think I was born yesterday.
No, but I act like a second grader. I'll tell you that right now. All right. Anyway, that's why I'm going to be off a little bit today. Dave Softy Muller from KJR joins us at the bottom of the hour. We will have on Glenn Howell in the 5 o'clock hour. Till then, we're going to talk a lot about Arizona and Washington coming up. I'm going to get to what's rattling around in my big old head in just a moment. All of that coming up on the home of the Arizona Wildcats. We are Wildcats Radio 1290.
This is the Rich Herrera Radio Show. Now streaming on Facebook Live and YouTube at Wildcats 1290 and our website, wildcatsradio1290.com.
Terry crosses middle, handed to Matherin between the rings. Over for Creasa. Checked by Campbell. High screen from Koloko. Creasa around it, drives right. Throw it for Koloko, who slams it down for two. Lamb set. And the pitch to Susak, driven out towards right field. That is going to get down for a base hit and go all the way to the wall. Casagrande headed for third. They're going to wave him around. He's coming home, and the Wildcats have tied it up. Susak with an RBI double to right center. And we're still playing ball. Tied at 16 in the bottom of the 10th. Shot blocked by Koloko, who grabs it out of the air. Ahead to Dalen Terry, Arizona with the ball, minute 30 to go, and a 6-point lead. Juzang working right, drives to the bucket, put up, blocked by Koloko, grabbed by Larson. Arizona ball, 38 seconds left. For Bernard, goes right, blocked by Ballo, grabbed by Matherin. Arizona ball, 22 seconds left. Campbell down for the Bruins, throw it out to Riley. He'll shoot the three, blocked again by Koloko. Ballo grabs it, it's over. Championship to Tucson.
Hey, sports fans, it's Rich Herrera. Thank you so much for tuning into our stream. We'll be back in just a bit. Until then, how about some Arizona Wildcat highlights?
Fourth down and less than a yard. Trojans will go for it in a tie game. Slovis out of the shotgun. Step to his left. Step to handoff. It is good. Backfield and drop. No gain. Loss on the play. Cats take over.
That's a huge play by Arizona. Explosive play in the backfield that time.
Shot blocked by Koloko, who grabs it out of the air. Ahead to Dalen Terry, Arizona with the ball, minute 30 to go, and a 6-point lead. Juzang working right, drives to the bucket, put up, blocked by Koloko, grabbed by Larson. Arizona ball, 38 seconds left. For Bernard, goes right, blocked by Ballo, grabbed by Matherin. Arizona ball, 22 seconds left. Campbell down for the Bruins. Throw it out to Riley. He'll shoot the three. Blocked again by Koloko. Follow grabs it. It's over. Championship to Tucson. Dalen Terry quickly the other way. Out to Tabellas. Down the lane to throw it down with the left hand. Look out. The Locomotive slams it home.
Hey, sports fans, it's Rich Herrera. Show will be back in just a little bit. Thanks for tuning into our stream. Until then, how about some great moments for the University of Arizona Wildcats?
4th down and 2, Arizona. Down 14-0. Wildcats on 4th down this year are 12 of 20. Offset backfield. Plummer to throw the ball, looking, throwing towards the back of the end zone, and it's caught! Touchdown, Arizona! Oh, did they need that? My goodness, Booby Curry had to leap in the air to take the ball over the top of the defender, and the Cats are on the field. ASU with the ball, down by 11, 3 have to go. Steal by Koloko. He's going to drive the other way and slam it home, and foul by Lawrence.
Why Lawrence contested the big man, Christian Koloko, with defensive steal and flush.
Lawrence picks up his 3rd foul. Big guys love to play point guard. Koloko looked like one driving down that was from midcourt. 3-point lead again for TCU. Down to 30 seconds left. Matherin with the ball for the Wildcats. Matherin around a Koloko screen, picked up by Lampkin. Go outside for Koloko. Feed it to Terry, right corner. Terry can't go baseline. Circles back out top to Matherin. 10 to shoot. 16 left in the ballgame. Matherin, 3 balls straight away. Good!
That's a huge shot for Ben Matherin in Arizona. Timeout TCU. This ball game is knotted up.
12.6 seconds to go. Ben Matherin drains a deep 3 from straight away. He's got 24 points, and we're all even.
Hey, sports fans, this is Rich Herrera. Thanks so much for tuning into our stream. Back in just a bit. Until then, how about some highlights from the University of Arizona?
McLeod's going to line up under center. Wiley, the running back. Receiver either side. 2 tight ends. Oregon, 5-man front. They shift. Play fake, rolling right. McLeod looking to throw. Going deep. Down, trying to find Berryhill. Makes the catch inside the 25-yard line. Still loose inside the 15. First down, Arizona.
What a play by McLeod. He was smacked, but he had the presence of mind to know where Berryhill was. He threw the ball. He underthrew the ball, and Berryhill was looking back at it and made a great play on the ball. An amazing play by Jordan McLeod.
Brown will take the snap a yard deep in the end zone. Straight back to throw. Has some time. Steps up in the pocket. The Wildcats have got him for a safety. Second safety Arizona has recorded this season. It's a 24-12 ball game, and the Cats will get the ball.
That's big
Fully
time.
on the field is a safety.
Yes, that's big time by Arizona. That time defense did a great job of just closing the pocket from the inside, and then the pressure on the outside by Abear. They just got him. They just got there. They won their blocks that time. Excellent job by Arizona defense and really changing the momentum of this game.
Hold on, I got to turn the stream back on. Sorry for those of you on YouTube, I forgot to turn the stream on.
Do you want to start back over so they can hear what you just said?
Yeah, so here, I'll try again. Folks, this is live radio, but are you ready? Hey, welcome, everybody. It's the Afternoon Zoo. Woo! Anyway, no, I told you I'm going to be off today because I cannot cope on my own.
If you were doing the show from Illegal Pete's, then you could have a quesadilla or something.
Then I was just saying that Illegal Pete's has the best steak quesadilla. Again, who usually eats steak quesadillas? Second graders.
Probably chicken, but same thing.
Yeah, but I'm kind of a steak and potato guy. I also eat a lot of chicken strips. Who eats chicken strips?
If you get chicken strips, mashed potatoes, and maybe mac and cheese, then that's the second grader's meal, yeah.
I actually do order that sometimes. At Trident, I'll have they have the best chicken tenders at Trident, and then you can get a side of macaroni and cheese. I am a second grader.
Embrace it.
Do you feel like, hello, Mr. JW? Today, friends, this is what we're going to do on the program.
All I'm hearing from these last segment and a half, Rich, segment and a tiny bit, is that your wife is very valuable to your life and well-being and everything that you do.
I didn't realize how important that scholarship. I didn't realize how big that scholarship was.
So today's afternoon show may be slightly off because your wife's out of town is really what you're saying, right?
Exactly. Okay. Can I throw open the phone lines? Do you mind?
Always.
All right, I'm going to throw the phone lines open. Go ahead and unleash the phone lines. 520-848-1290, 520-848-1290. Does anybody else have this at their house? Just open up to me. Be candid with me. I'd love to hear from you. Is anybody else kind of go through this as well? Or is it just me? Am I the one that really lives the life of a child? I would love to hear. Does anybody else have this? Does anybody else not do their laundry and get lost and all the rest? I'm just interested. Am I that much of a spoiled, petulant child? Oh, this is going to be scary. This is going to be scary as I open this up. 520-848-1290, 520-848-1290. All right, let's see what's rattling around. Are we going to do that right? Yeah, let's see what's rattling around in my big old head right now.
Warning. The following segment might trigger some listeners, and 1290 does not take responsibility for the following content.
What the hell is going on?
It's time for the list as we explore the sick, twisted mind of our host, Rich Herrera.
And that's when things got bad.
And the list of things he is thinking about in that huge size 8 Chrome Magnum head of his.
Look at the size of that boy's head. That's like an orange on a toothpick.
You're gonna give the boy a complex.
Well, that's a huge noggin. Has its own weather system.
It's pretty big noggin, I'll tell you that. Arizona, huge game for the Arizona Wildcats. I've already said it. I declared this is a winnable game for Jed Fish and the Arizona Wildcats. The spread is ginormous. The spread is bigger than my head. The Arizona Wildcats aren't expected to win this ball game. Nobody is. But mark my words, folks. It's the Pac-12. You know that there's going to be some team that's going to lay an egg. I'm taking Washington. I'm taking Arizona all day long, getting the 14, but I'm telling you, this is a winnable game for the Wildcats. If you get into a slugfest, you get into a track meet, Arizona has the tools to defeat Washington over the top. Arizona has the tools to take advantage of their defensive backfield and their lack of a pass rush. I'm telling you, this is setting up for a huge upset for the Arizona Wildcats. Take the Cats, get the 14, take the over. But I'm telling you, I'm calling the upset right now. Want to know why? Want to know why? Want to know why?
I want to know why.
Because Washington cannot save themselves against the pass. Jaden Delora and if Jed Fish sets them up right, should be able to carve up this Washington defense. That's how good these wide receivers are. That's how good Delora is. We'll talk a little bit more about Delora in the program. Washington, their biggest Achilles heel is giving up chunk yardage. That's Arizona's strength. Now, on the flip side, Washington under Kalen DeBoer has not run the damn ball. I'm sorry. Jimmy Lake's gone. They're not going to do that.
Rat poison.
Yeah, I know. I'm selling the rat poison. Sorry. But I will tell you this. For the Cats, it's very interesting. The Cats, their Achilles heel is teams that run down their throat.
Run the dang ball.
But that's not what Washington does now. Washington wants to throw the ball. So we'll see if Kalen DeBoer gets out of rhythm and says, all right, fine, you can't stop anybody on the run. I'm going to run the ball down your throat like everybody else has done this season. Or does he stay with his playbook and this turns out to be a shootout? I'm good with Arizona in a shootout. You want to throw against the Cats? Bring it. Bring it all day long. You want to run against the Cats? Then That's kind of tough. So we'll see what Kalen DeBoer does. Not a lot said down here about Jane DeLora going back up to Seattle to take on the Washington Huskies, but there's a lot to be said if you're a Washington Husky and you hear that Jane DeLora is rolling into town. So last year, remember Jimmy Lake got Jimmy Lake's out. Washington is beat up. And Washington State rolls in. They had won the Apple Cup, their version of the Territorial Cup forever. 7 years. 7-year drought. The Cougs win in Seattle. And at the end of the game, I told you, I love the swagger. I don't care. Do it. It's not swagger if you could back it up. Jane DeLora got the flag, boom, planted it on the W in the middle of Husky Stadium, and that did not go over well for the Purple Gang up there. He leaves. He's down here. Washington State still deals with that. UW still incenses them. Down here in Tucson, we don't know anything about it. Jed was asked about this. We'll have his comments on the pregame show coming up Saturday. But Jaden has since apologized, said, not a good look on my part. He might have moved on past it, but there's some Huskies that were popping off this week on the radio and in print about it. There's going to be someone who's going to take a shot at Jane DeLora. We're going to get into that in the program. But this is a huge game for him. He stays under control this week in Seattle. Arizona could pick up their 4th win of the season. They could beat Arizona State to get to 5. You steal one more, you get to a bowl game. It's not out of the realm of possibility, folks. Yes, I know.
The rat poison that you put out was yummy.
I'm selling the rat poison. I get it. But you know what? 3-3 is better than 0-6 last year. So,
it's like taking poison, like rat poison.
I'll take the rat poison all day long because it's a lot better for the Cats to be 3-3 than 0-6 the way they were last time.
Get some facts and come back and see me.
It's a fact, man. 3-3 is better than 0-6. All right. Big weekend around the Pac-12. You've got Utah and USC. Utah, the defending champions, have not looked to be themselves. USC, I'm not sold on them yet. I'm not sold on that offense. I know there was so much hype, and I probably built it up too much in my head, but we'll see, because it's the Pac-12. You always get a team that's rolling, and they lose to a team they're not supposed to. We'll see if that happens for the Trojans this week. And by the way, USC, UCLA, both 6-0. And there's a lot of speculation, a lot of people running their stupid mouths. Oh, these are Big Ten teams. No, these are Pac-12 teams. And if they run the table, they go undefeated, they get to the LA City Championship. It's not a reflection of the Big Ten. Sorry, Kevin Warren. You're going to steal them in 2 years. You can't steal this year's thunder and glory. The reason why they are is because they've been really good at turning things around in this conference. UCLA the traditional way, USC bringing in Lincoln Riley and getting all those guys out of the portal. They're going to leave in a couple of years. I get that part. It's inevitable. I can't do anything about it. But for right now, they're still members of this conference, whether I respect them or not. Let's see. What else do I want to talk about? Another bad day for the National Football League. I talked about Devontae Adams with Dragon Ball yesterday now. This whole thing with Daniel Snyder, the owner of the Washington Redskins, saying, I got dirt on everybody, including Jerry Jones. The day and age of family owners that cared about the community caring about the owners is over. It's done with. These NFL teams are owned by billionaires that could care less about the community. I'm sorry. Once you get to that level, you lose the ability to relate to real human beings. And I'm wondering, Mark Cuban said this years ago about the National Football League. Pigs get fat and hogs get slaughtered. So in your opinion right now, what is the National Football League? Are they pigs getting fat at the trough? Or are they hogs that it's time to slaughter because they've gotten so fat there's nothing else they could do? Kind of got a feeling they're getting to hog-like status. By the way, last night, I apologize for Thursday Night Football because I told you to listen to it.
That's 2 weeks in a row, right?
We suck.
Oh, it was bad. It was really bad. I wonder if I bought and paid for Amazon Prime just for the National Football League, if I'd be mad. Ouch. Oh, by the way, my favorite story of the day, Tom Brady got fined for attempting to kick someone and he missed. Dude, TB12's got fired. Don't mess with TB12. I'm back being a fan of his, by the way, because I'm watching everybody beat up on him. I don't like that. Think about this. If you ever see a story where everyone's dogpiling on somebody, does it ever make you think and wonder, is this just the mob going after somebody and maybe I should take a little bit of a deeper look, or am I just a contrarian going, if everyone's going this way, I'm going that way?
It's the build them up, tear them down thing, right?
It's gross because the same people that I see building them up are the ones I'm seeing them tear down right now. I know who my friends are and I know who my friends aren't. I'll just tell you that right now. Baseball playoffs. Does anybody care? Are you watching the baseball playoffs?
I haven't watched baseball this year.
I'm a baseball guy, but it's just the other day they had that 14-inning game. And I'm just saying, hey, guys, tell you what, 14 innings. I got an idea. Put the ball in play. Get somebody on base and see if you can score. Congratulations, Terry Francona and the Indians, after getting rained out, beat the Yankees today. And right now the Phillies are taking it to who are the Phillies playing right now? Phillies are playing the...
I haven't watched a baseball game this year.
Right?
I think is what I just said.
I got it on here on the television, but I don't think anybody's paying attention. Phillies are beating the Braves right now 6-0. End of the fifth inning. Guardians beat the Yankees 4-2. Later tonight, Dodgers and Padres.
More importantly, Rich, NBA preseason. And the regular season starting soon. Did you see Ben Matherin's dunk from 2 days ago?
No.
You want to hear it?
Yeah.
Ball loose, Mathurin.
You're not getting there in time, I can tell you that.
Oh, my! Oh, my!
You're not getting there in time. But this is what I liked about the changes. Notice, change, if you will, the inflection of the game.
Here it comes.
Because of this youth.
Why do you want to watch Pacers basketball in Valley Sports, Indiana? That's why.
What's Tommy Lloyd have to say about that?
Kick ass. I mean, that's what we're going to do.
That's exactly what Ben Matherin's doing.
I told you this last year, Rich, but Ben's game is set up so much cleaner for the NBA because there's so much more open space.
Right.
And all he's done these past 3 games is draw a foul every time he touches the ball. Every time he touches the ball, he goes to the hole, and he's drawing like 7 fouls a game. It's amazing.
Bring it on, baby. I'll bring it.
Oh, he's bringing it on. Absolutely. All right, that's what's rattling around in my head right now. Other than...
This mortal form has grown weak. I need sustenance.
I got to figure out what to have for dinner.
I'm going to buy you a can opener for your birthday.
I probably wouldn't even know how to use it. Coming up next, we'll talk with Dave Softy Mahler from KGR, get a little bit of a preview of the Washington game. Glenn Howell comes up at 5 o'clock, and I want to talk about, there's something I saw in the paper today was completely taken out of context. What was it? You'll find out at 4 o'clock. I'm Rich Herrera. This is Wildcats Radio 1290.
This is the Rich Herrera Radio Show. Now streaming on Facebook Live and YouTube at Wildcats 1290 and our website, wildcatsradio1290.com.